Megan Davies, you just got back from Australia, right?
I did.
Yeah,
And so did you.
I know. we were nearly there at the same time. It's almost like just missed each other.
I know, sad. It would have been nice.
Yeah, what an amazing way to end the year.
I know. Sunshine. We all need
Sunshine, sea,
a tan.
training, tan. I'm holding on to my tan for
Yours
dear
is so much. I actually should be wearing long sleeves opposite you.
Stop. Sometimes I think, could I live somewhere? Could I live in Australia? What's been the weirdest thing about being home after being away?
Well, to be fair, I got back just before Christmas. I feel like I've not lived normal life for a very, very long time. Wasn't living, I was just there for a couple of weeks, but I was on holiday, like with the girls, such a nice like trip, and then got home, it was Christmas week, which doesn't count. It was then New Year's week, doesn't count. First week of January doesn't count. And now we're here. So I'm just like, we're just starting like now. So yeah, just trying to get back into the swing of things. I feel like end of 2025, what even happened? And then now full steam ahead apparently for 2026.
Yeah. I mean, you've had a big year, 2025. You've had a lot. Talk me through what's been like the biggest achievement of the last year.
I mean, the brand finally launched, which has been a long time coming. It was meant to be like at the start of 2025, ended up being September, end of September even, 2025. But it's launched, it's in the world now. So
it's amazing that you've launched a brand, right?
Amazing.
And you're so young, you're 30. You've 30. Just turned 30, the big 30. What's been going on behind the scenes during this time?
Absolutely everything. I mean, obviously launching a brand is amazing, and obviously that takes a lot of work, but that doesn't pay the bills. So still, I guess, balancing coaching, balancing trying to perform to a level to some extent, the best I can. I guess also then just even like socials, Instagram, just trying to stuff that pays the bills, as well as then trying to launch a business is quite a lot, actually. It would turns out it's quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, so, like they say that you don't make any money from your business for like the first 5 years or something.
I know, which is scary.
And then you're like, but I'll probably quit by then if I can't pay the bills. But it sounds like something that really means something to you. But I think from what we've discussed previously, it's something you've wanted to do for a long time, right?
Years
Why now?
Years. Do you know what? I think it got to the stage. So obviously I'm doing the brand with my sister. My background is fashion. Like I was trying to think the other day, like when we first initially spoke, I was like, I've actually spent more, I guess, of my career or like working life in fashion rather than fitness. Like the fitness has only come since like lockdown, really. But like prior to that, like my like studying, uni, all my jobs before that were all in fashion. And then I guess it's something I've always wanted to do. I've always been hounding Lucy to be like, come on, like we should do a brand together. Like it makes so much sense. And she just never really, I guess maybe the time wasn't right for her. And then I guess a couple of years ago, I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to do it on my own. I'm going to see what happens. And then as soon as I started to build that, as all sisters do, she was kind of like looking at me being like, oh, this looks quite fun. This looks exciting. And then she phoned me and was like, like obviously like the brand you're trying to do, like would you be interested in like me doing it with you? And I'm thinking, I've not been going on at you for the last 5 years to do this with me or anything. But yet then she was like trying to give me a sales pitch on the phone, being like, oh yeah, we should do this again. I was like, you don't need to sell yourself to me. Like, let's do it. Like, let's just do it. Let's see what happens. You can, if not now, then when? So yeah. It's
one of those things that like, if you just have to take the bull by the horns and do it.
Yeah.
And it's scary because it's like, what if it fails? What if it's not perfect?
What will people think?
What
will
people? Yeah, or you're comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah.
What do you think has been the hardest thing about actually just taking that first leap to start?
Do you know? I actually probably quite bad for this. I probably care a lot more what people think than I let myself believe. I'm probably like, yeah, no, I don't care. But actually deep down, I am probably quite sensitive to that. Even when I started, like, I guess my fitness Instagram or like that account, I was really conscious with that and probably still am and probably need to speak to someone about that maybe actually. but I think I respect and see so many brands out there that I love, and I just want what I do to be as good as that. But obviously that takes time, it takes years, and I think I was worried that we would go out there and just maybe it would flop, or maybe people wouldn't like it, or it wouldn't resonate, and then it's like you have this dream, and then what if other people don't want that dream either, and then you're just there like, oh, okay, I'll find something else.
It's so normal though.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what holds a lot of people back.
Yeah.
The fear of failing, the fear of, thinking about what people think. But no one's thinking anything. No one, people are so worried about themselves than to think anything of others. I mean, it's even just with me, you're one of my first guests on the podcast, and I've been worried about even starting this because I'm worried it might not be perfect, but of course it's not going to be perfect, because you learn, and actually that's where you make the growth, because you have to make mistakes, and that's how you learn. What do you think has been the biggest learning for you over this last year?
I think, well, I probably didn't learn it in 2025, but it's something I need to take into 2026, is to just slow down, just breathe, just start to kind of put myself and I guess balancing like workload, mental health, like all those things, and just like time for myself. Like I'm not going to be able to like run this business or keep going at the pace I was going at in 2025, because the business won't happen, because I'll just be in bed curled up, like not being able to do anything, because I'll be too burnt out. Like I'll have no creativity, I won't be able to show up for my friends, my family in the way that I want to as well. And just slow down. I think we can all take a bit of that advice. I've definitely gone through burnout at one point in my life, and it's hard. Is that something that you went through last year then? I mean, I think definitely towards the last like 4 months of the year. I think I was probably over summer as well, probably dealing with it as well, but like managing it a bit better. And then I think it got to maybe like September time, I was just like, something is not right. Like I don't feel like myself. I'm actually really struggling to like balance all different pillars, I guess, that are happening. And I was just in probably in like, not like the worst way I've probably ever been in, but in terms of like managing myself and everything that,
What was going on for you behind the scenes then? Because from the outside, and I think it's true for a lot of people that maybe share themselves on socials, and it looks like, oh, you're doing amazing. You're doing all this. Oh, you did like an ultra marathon last year, didn't? And then you're launching your brand, and it looks like you've just got your shit together. But clearly,
sunshine and roses.
Yeah, right. But what was actually going on for you then?
So, well, I think to be fair, like what you've just said, so I did the speed project in April. So, not even a year ago, to be fair. But I got really injured whilst doing it. I was then also training for 70.3. So did the speed project. Got really injured, bad knee injury. I'm only just coming out the back end of it, really. Then 5 weeks later, because I've been training so long for this 70.3, no one do this and take this advice, went and did the 70.3 on the injured knee, and then made it 10 times worse.
Of course.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Ended up doing that in May. And then probably from May, just kind of movement had to really take a back seat, because I actually just couldn't. I was like walking through town, but like limping and like in real actual pain. And I think like sport and movement has always been a real outlet for me, and probably potentially is why maybe the burnout happened, because what I would usually use to level myself out a bit was just taken away. So I think being injured, then it was really starting to ramp up with the brand, then with a scene. And I think trying to launch a brand, not maybe having my outlet of movement, and then still trying to, I guess, like make money doing my normal job on top of those things. So by September, we launched, end of September. So when we put it out to the world, I think I was just in a space of like, what is going on? Like, thank God it's out there, but also, yeah, like amazing, like so excited, but oh my God, I need to sleep. But then you can't sleep because then you've got the next thing and the next thing. So yeah.
Welcome to your 30s.
Welcome. Hello 30s.
Hello 30 and thriving. Yeah. It sounds like you've got a lot going on, but at least you've got your sister to kind of support you with that. I mean, I can speak for myself when like my sister's my best mate.
Yeah.
Like she knows it just, sisters know each other on a level that I don't think anyone else can really understand. Yeah. Mate, I don't know if I could go into business with my sister, if I'm perfectly honest, but I can imagine you having maybe more frank conversations that maybe you wouldn't have with somebody that wasn't a relative, right?
Yeah, I think there's, as I'm sure you're aware, there's maybe a way you would talk to your sister that you wouldn't talk to anyone else, right. Which may be good or bad. And I think it's because you have that openness and that understanding, and I guess that underlying love that will never go away, maybe we are a bit more confident in what we will say, but that does also bring out the, I guess, like the best, because we will turn around to each other and be like, no, I actually don't think that's right. Whereas like with someone else, you might just like let that glaze over or let that happen. Whereas you really kind of like get to the nitty gritty and you kind of like, well, no, I don't agree with that. Or, oh, actually, okay, fair enough. Yeah, we should try that. And there's things that we're also learning, I guess, that with those conversations that maybe are a little bit more tense, maybe the word, that there's like always love and we want the best for the brand, but also for each other. Like we're doing this to like for our future, together, I guess. So, yeah.
Do you feel like you've found your calling with this?
I hope so. I feel it deep down inside. And like it is my dream. Like I've wanted to do it for so long, and yeah, I want to keep doing this. Like the most, like if I have my week set out, the thing that I like to work on the most is a scene. Like that's what I want to be doing the calls on. I want to be in the meetings. Like I will honestly sink so many hours a week into it, but it's the thing I enjoy the most. So yeah.
What's been the most affirming moment of this whole period of creating the brand for you? What's been like that just like almost shining light that's made you go, this is it?
I probably, do you know what? Probably the way it's actually being received by, I guess, like the community we're growing. I think you can think something personally and me and Lucy can speak about it, but it's like, do the, like, I guess the audience and like, are women out there also finding the issues we're trying to solve? And it's kind of, yeah, it's just felt so well received, and also received with real like positive energy, I guess. And I think at this stage, that's all we can ask for. We just want to build something that feels like warm and like we're representing a group of women that we also feel part of. So I think just being received by the women we actually wanted to like represent that does feel great.
Yeah, I mean, and for those listening that don't know, it's a women's clothing brand for performance wear, right? Yes. And it's created by women. Yes. Do you feel like there was a gap in the market then for this, for what you created?
Yeah, I think, and it's not to say that the type of product isn't already out there. Like there's amazing brands doing amazing things. But I think it was just, there's a space for I guess we're both in as well. Like all these girls out there, like doing marathons, high roxes, ultras, training literally 10 hours a week, like whatever it is for these big, I guess, performance goals. And I think there just wasn't a brand there that kind of was creating functional performance wear that they could actually go and do those events in. So for example, even just having like a nice, flattering, supportive bra at High Rocks, like there's
the bare minimum, right?
Yeah, literally. And just even thinking of like, I guess, solutions to problems that, like, me and Lucy were experiencing ourselves, like when we're buying products, and like, what do we need? It's like, oh, this would be so much better if it had this, like it should have this, or it should fit this way, or the materials. And yeah, we just thought someone should be doing it. No one seems to be doing it, so we should maybe do it.
Yeah, and obviously there are the brands out there that do, like, as you say, you know, it's not like there isn't kit out there that women can't wear. But what's different is that it's created by two women who live it and breathe it. And I actually don't think there is another brand out there that's women-led, women-focused, just for women in this performance space.
Yeah, I think that was the gap, I guess, and that was kind of the reason we hope to go into that, because like you said, there is product out there and there is brands that honestly have innovation like that is unbelievable, but it's just kind of because we're living it, we can be reactive to things, we can like see those things that are needed and kind of hopefully create product, and also, like you said, like create a community that kind of feels like the girls want to like represent a scene and like wear it and feel proud, because it's not just like the product that they're like happy to wear and it's being functional for them. It's something they want to represent that as well, and they're proud and they feel like they're part of that community, and just something like special for a good group of girls.
So you're building your brand around a community. Why is that important for you?
I think when we were kind of, I guess, at the drawing board and we were trying to think of like the pillars of like, okay, what should we represent? I think what we kept coming back to was that the purpose we're doing this is for a group of women that, I was going to say niche, but I think there's so many of us, it's actually not a niche, like, or it shouldn't be a niche anyway. And we just kind of wanted to bring those women together. So like, I guess like run clubs, like we were trying to like pull together groups of women doing like functional fitness, like down here in London and up back where we're from in Manchester, and we were in Texas as well, so we were doing like run clubs over there. And just, it's kind of like you've got to, like you're saying, like you've just got to do it, you've got to put it out there, see who turns up, see who resonates. And we've just been so lucky that actually these girls want to be around other women doing similar things, and just turning up to a run club or turning up to a High Rocks workout class and being partnered with someone they don't know, who they then realise like, oh, I'm racing here, and oh, I'm doing that race, or like just like having so much in common. And also then going into a really sweaty workout class that is really tough, and all the endorphins, and just being around, I guess, like-minded women in a safe environment that is being also like coached by and led by the women that they are also a part of that.
Do you feel like these women, and we are those women as well, right?
We are the women.
Do you feel like there's an underrepresentation?
I think it's getting better, but I still wouldn't say it's probably where it needs to be. I think, do you know what, to be fair, like especially, I guess, well, not just in the UK, I think there are some really amazing like top end female athletes that are like winning golds, and like especially in like the running space, do you know what I mean? And they have really big personalities. I guess social media helps with that, and having a presence online, and I think that helps. I like the Nike After Dark event, I think was amazing, and just like a women's only event, like more stuff like that you are seeing, which I think is like, big thumbs up, like great, we need more of that. But we all need to be flying the flag still, I think, like bringing it home for the girls, because I think honestly there's just so many amazing women that I speak to, and they're doing all these incredible things, and I'm just like, my God, we need to be talking about that, like, or that should be all over the screens, or that should be, people should be all over that, and it's just not.
It's interesting what you said about that of course there are incredible female athletes out there who are represented, who are in the limelight. But as you say, there are so many women that maybe aren't at that really high level, but that are doing so many amazing things.
Yeah.
I think everyone's turning into an athlete now.
Oh,
it's like everyone's an athlete. And I actually truly do believe that. That's the message that I give for my community.
Yeah.
That everyone has the potential to be an athlete.
Completely.
Do you feel like there's a shift in people's consciousness about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's mental even within like the last like 5 6 years, 5 years. I do think there was a real shift after COVID, and like with everyone, High Rocks actually do think also has been a massive player,
huge
in that world, because I think before, I guess, access to like marathons or half marathons, not everyone loves running, I guess. It is tough. It's tough on the joints. And I think that was the thing that kind of people saw as a real challenge. Whereas like High Rocks opened up this world where a lot of people were in the gym, but how do you show performance in the gym if you're not either, I guess, CrossFit or like bodybuilding? And if you're not in that world, like where do you sit? But High Rocks is like this really great in between where people can really work for something. It's like accessible for people to like start and go and try. And yeah, I think, and like as we're seeing now, there are like real athletes coming out the back of that sport, which is great. Yeah,
it really is the definition of hybrid, right?
Yeah.
It really is. It almost feels like everyday athletes now have something to train for. Mm-hmm. They can go to their Barry's, they can go to their CrossFit class, their F45, they can go to their run club, and they're kind of trained, like everything that they're doing is playing into being able to then do a High Rocks, because it's low skill. Yeah, there's running in it and a bit of lifting, but it's not, the barrier to entry is quite low, really, in terms of skill. Obviously, it's like Glastonbury trying to get a ticket now.
No, the ballotage.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, at least they've implemented the flexi thing, although that does cost another arm and a leg on top. But it does feel like it gives people a goal, a focus, where maybe they didn't have something to work towards before. Yeah. Do you feel like they're the women that you're speaking to with the scene? They're
definitely like a massive part of, like, I guess, a massive group of the women who we are speaking to, which I also love as well. Like, as you know, like we met at High Rocks, didn't we? That, like, for the first time. And I think that is where I think a lot of these women are meeting now. Like, I don't think me and Lucy could have brushed past High Rocks when we were starting this brand, because like that is kind of also, we've met so many of our friends, like female friends in the fitness space, through High Rocks classes and training with them. And like some of our best friends for life now, we have actually just met through, like genuinely like through High Rocks, which is crazy. So I think, yeah, it's so new as well. So yeah, just they are the girls, as well as all the girls like running as well, and like trying to do the ultras, the 70.3s, the triathlon, like whatever it is. Like, I kind of want to think of it as, if you're a woman and you're trying to go after something, then hopefully a scene can support you through that, is kind of what it is.
It's almost like you've created something for yourself, which it's
selfishly,
everything that you've just described is you. And also me, I'm doing a 70.3 this year. I'm inspired by you and my sister, who did one last year. But yeah, it's amazing. Community is it's the heart, I think, of the fitness industry, the scene. But it definitely feels like there's a scene that has really just started to expand, I think, through hybrid and the growth of High Rocks. And as you say, you've met some of your busy mates through it. And similarly, like, we wouldn't be sat here right now if it wasn't for High Rocks. I remember the first time I saw you was on the comp floor. I think we was it in the warm-up area, and it's like, oh wow, two sisters on the scene.
Yeah, I was thinking, who are these other sisters? Me and Lucy are the only ones here. And then I remember you definitely, I think that was the first one we did in Birmingham, and I remember nudging Lucy and being like, I already know they're really fast. Like we need to keep. They're going to be really fast.
And then actually, it was you two that were really fast.
No, I think we got better, but I think that year you did beat us. I think you did.
Well, not for long.
Yeah.
Not for long. Although my sister's on the other side of the world now in Australia, so I've lost my sister. And actually, since then, I haven't really found another women like who I can really do. I've done a couple of women's pairs since her, but it's not the same. I think when you do it with your sis, you really you just have an underlying just all-seeing eye that like
you don't even
nobody
need to speak.
You don't even need to speak, you just understand and you know. So yeah, I'm waiting for her to come back so we can do another one. You've had a pretty incredible journey in 2025. Like you've built a brand, you've had to overcome injury, you've had to go through burnout. It's something that I think a lot of people can relate to. What piece of advice would you give to somebody who perhaps is going through the same or suffering with doing too much?
Yeah, slow down. Like I said before, slowing down, and also just like pick up the phone, reach out to someone, speak. I think I struggle with asking for help, and I think I probably got into a bigger hole than I needed to because I was holding a lot in. And I think, speak to your friends, speak to your family, speak to someone you trust, and just I think with like real open honesty, transparency with how you're actually feeling, because there will be people in your corner ready to kind of put their hand out, like take some of the weight and just kind of let you breathe for a second. And the world will keep spinning.
The world will keep spinning, but asking for help, I think, is a huge one. And I know that I definitely sometimes struggle to ask for help, and I have done in the past. So thank you for those words of wisdom, Megan.
So wise.
And thank you for coming on. Honestly,
it's been
lovely to chat to you.
It's so nice.
Yeah, congrats on everything.
Oh, thank you. Yay.